We're back just after Octagon 56 against Callum Mullen. You still feeling fresh? You was fresh after the fight. You still feeling fresh a couple of days after?
Yeah, the only damage I'd say I've done to myself is just eating a load of sweets. Yeah, yesterday, but yeah, I'm pretty much back on it now. I was back in this morning and this evening, back training.
Mega.
Looking to stay active, so I want to get back in ASAP.
Mega. Let's start with before you even got to the cage. That walk to the cage and socks. Now I would sort of half regret not asking you if you had anything planned, but it was a nice surprise. How did it all come about? Because it was epic.
Um, yeah, obviously, like I'm big fan of socks. Uh, I knew I was going to be fighting in Birmingham, so I got my people to get in touch with him, and yeah, he was more than happy to do it. So we got it done.
Mega. Let's start on you with your own performance. I thought it was top class. Some pinpoint head kicks, some nice shots. How do you sum up your own performance now? You've had a couple of days to reflect on it, and have you watched it back yet?
I've watched it back a few times. I'll be honest with you. I'm a big critic of myself. So yeah, I landed some nice shots and stuff like that. Like I thought I did well managing the distance, and certain points I did well defending takedowns, getting back up. Um, but I'm never really happy. Do you know what I mean? Fully. So there's a few things I found in there that I made mistakes with that could have been capitalized on. Obviously, um, didn't Callum didn't capitalize on them, but yeah, I could have done better. And a nice little finish in the third round would have been nice. Maybe that hook kick finishing him would have been the icing on the cake, I think.
Yeah,
And I definitely would have been calling for that bonus if that had knocked him out.
definitely. Yeah. So what did you make from Callum's performance then? Because he didn't really know what to do. Did he? With you?
But I mean, I don't think it's so much Callum as it was me. It's very easy to sit on the outside and watch a fight and say, oh, well, Callum sort of didn't throw anything or whatever, didn't pull the trigger. But the same thing happened with Siraki. The same thing happened with Bo Gavin. You know, when you're stood in front of me, and this is what I always say to people, when you're stood in front of me and I'm throwing shots at you and you realize how far away I'm hitting you from,
Yeah.
and I'm feinting at you and my timing's awkward and I'm hitting you hard, you don't want to do anything. You start to doubt yourself. You start to go, I have to make a big gamble to actually come in to that no man's land in between us. Um, and yeah, like anytime you come in there, then you're getting hit with something. So he said he was going to walk through the teeps. I pretty much told him what I was going to do, and I'm too good at what I do for you to be able to stop it. What I was surprised about is that like he let my prediction of him or like my breakdown of him get into his head, where I said all he does is throw a 1-2-3 and a southpaw left kick. I think he threw like one southpaw left kick the whole fight in the last round, and he didn't throw a single 1-2-3, and that's probably his best combination. So yeah, I think I sort of threw him off there. He just started throwing right hooks, which is like the opposite of a 1-2-3 basically. But like if someone turned around to me and said, "Oh, all you do is throw teeps," I'd be like, "Yeah, I do throw loads of teeps. Fucking try and stop it," and I'd still throw them.
But
I wouldn't go away from what my best weapon is. You know what I mean?
yeah, but like you said though, like just backing up what I said, he didn't really know what to do with you. But like you said, a lot of people don't because it's the movement, it's the awkwardness, it's the switching, and they sort of freeze up. And like you said, the teeps are your trait. But when you're doing all them things as well, and it's what you're really good at, why not keep using it? You know?
Exactly, exactly. As Israel, to quote Israel Adesanya, I leave them frozen like Elsa.
Love it. Love it. So what there was a lot of verbal during the fight. So what was you talking about as the rounds was
Oh
going on?
man, I was chatting all sorts of maca in there, bro. So there was a point on the ground when he took me down, and I was hitting him from the bottom, and I was like, "What's up, Callum? Like, I thought you were gonna talk back to me, bro. Why you all quiet now?" And then there was a stage I was like, he was holding me on the fence, and I was saying like, "Come on, Callum, you've got to do something here, lad. You've got to do something. They're gonna split. Mark's gonna split us up, lad. Come on, you got to do something." Started chatting to Mark and everything.
Yeah, yeah, I seen that.
Started chatting to his corner when they were like in the third round when they were like, "Oh, you've got to do something," and I was like, "You can't do anything," you know. Yeah, I was just enjoying it in there. You know, I felt comfortable in there. I said I was going to be chatting them in the cage, and it's what I do, isn't it? You know.
Yeah. Not just his corner, he was doing it to his fans as well. He was getting them riled up. Where you love it, don't you, Dan? The booze and music to your ears.
100%, 100%. Listen, all the booze mean is that they feel a certain way about me, and I'd rather be felt hated than indifferent. Because if
Mm,
you're indifferent, then no one really cares. Do you know what I mean? So
absolutely. But so what's next then? Is Petrosic a serious option? And have you managed to find a way to contact him yet? Because he's blocked you on Instagram.
So he hasn't even blocked me, bro. Listen to this, yeah. He promised me a fight in January after I beat Siraki. I called him out. He promised to fight me. He said, "Oh, we'll do it in Eden, blah, blah, blah. Let's get it done." They give me a fight in Birmingham in the meantime. And I've said, okay, I'll fight Callum in Birmingham. I didn't want to fight Callum, I'll be honest. I didn't want to fight Callum. You know, not because I was scared of him, but because I was like, well, what does winning against Callum do for me,
Do
really?
anything for you? You said,
And I don't really want to fight English guys, but they said, well, you got to fight him. I said, right, I'll fight him, but I want Petrocek in July or in June on Eden. Okay, cool. He said he'll do it if I'm fit and healthy. I'm fit and healthy after the fight. So we've got to get it done. I called him out in the microphone. I called him out in the post-fight press conference, and he deleted his whole Instagram. Not only did he didn't block me, he just deleted Instagram altogether.
yeah. Well, when I was investigating myself yesterday, I said to you, didn't I? I said I don't know if his full Instagram's gone or he's blocked me as well. So,
He's
so it
vanished,
was, yeah.
vanished off the face of the earth. But don't
Well,
worry, we'll dig him out. We'll dig him out, and he'll
get
be
them
forced to
wanted
fight me.
posters out there missing.
And I will knock him out. I know I say that every time. Sometimes it doesn't come off, but with him, I'm confident that I will finish him.
Yeah, there's one due. There is a menace knockout due. But other options, I was thinking about Rusal. I did mention Rusal because I know you've had back and forth with him, but I've seen he's had something else announced. I've seen it on IG.
Rushal will absolutely not fight me at any cost. Like he will
Oh,
not
not
fight me.
realistic then.
No, it's not. It's not. As much as I'd love to,
Yeah, yeah.
I want him more than any other fight. To be honest, like I'd fight him over Nafuka. Like I'd sooner fight him than Nafuka because just for the fight that it is, I know he's not going to shoot on me. I know it's going to be a stand-up fight. I know I can chin him. And he's a bit of a name in the Czech Republic,
Yeah.
but he will absolutely not fight me. He'll use any excuse, my record, my weight division, whatever it happens to be. He'll use any excuse not to fight me. So I'm not even arse chasing after him anymore. Like he's irrelevant anyway. Um, Other options, Ibrahim Hosenpour, he can get it. Number I don't know what he's ranked at if he's even ranked anymore, but he was in the Tip Sport Game Changer. So who knows? I might just start taking out these guys from the Tip Sport. You know what I mean? I might just say, right, guys that were not disqualified, but knocked out of the Tip
The
Sport.
knocks out, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
I might just start taking them out. And prove to these that I should have been in the Game
Should have
Changer
been
to
next
begin
in
with.
line, yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So is Eden still looking likely for you, or is it not realistic? Do you not think?
I'll find out. I'll find out in the next few days.
Okay,
I expect there to be a contract some stage this week
okay.
for Eden, and I expect to be walking out in Eden to 35,000 Czech fans booing me, and I expect to turn those boos into Dead silence or cheers by the end of it.
Love it. Well, if them expectations come to fruition, I'll be there in full support with you, Dan. Right, now let's run through the rest of the card. Let's start with your boy, Shamrock. Wow. Wow, that's all I can say. Like, elite.
I'm not surprised, motherfuckers. I did predict somewhere. I'm pretty sure there's a video somewhere of me saying first round rear naked choke.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure all of his pro wins are first round rear naked chokes or KOs. So yeah, I pretty much expected what. Oh, sorry. I pretty much expected what happened to happen. I expected Stefano to shoot, not be able to take him down, get his back tuck, and get rear naked choked. So
In 1 minute 15 seconds.
yeah. So yeah, don't ever anyone ever disrespect my boy's skill set ever again.
Absolutely. Did you have you watched much of the rest of the card? Was anything that grabbed your attention? Amara
I
Deirdre?
watched I watched the Amari Diedrich fight. It was like two fights before me, so obviously I didn't get to watch it at the time. But yeah, performed sick, chinned the guy. I think like with a few seconds left of the round to go, first
Yeah.
round. So yeah, that was sick. Kalashnik got a sick little knockout. Very reminiscent to me of my knockout Chris Morris, to be honest. Like a swiping long left hook. Um, yeah, I was impressed by that. The way the guy dropped as well was mad. And then obviously Will Fleury did well against the number 5 ranked guy.
Yeah,
So
did
now
very
he's
well,
got a.
actually, yeah.
Oh. So he's got to be ranked now.
Absolutely.
And then obviously my least favorite fighter in Octagon. I'll give credit where it's due. It was a nice little knockout. I think Siraj fucked up by just rushing forward a bit.
Yeah, he was wide open.
Um,
It was up.
yeah, he just came forward a bit too eager. Um, really don't rate what he did after the knockout. I think it was a bit of left a sour taste in the knockout. You know what I mean? He might have got the bonus if he hadn't have done that.
Yeah. Are you
But
referring to the Jaffa cakes and stuff like that?
no, I'm referring to him. What he done directly after the knockout.
Oh right, yeah,
Um, yeah, you know what I mean. So I'm really not into all that stuff. Obviously, Siraj is a Muslim brother,
yeah, yeah,
so we don't stand for that kind of thing. So, yeah, I'll get my hands on Akon when the time's right, and I'll avenge that loss for Siraj, and I'll make sure I disrespect his unconscious body in a similar fashion.
Don't expect anything, and any words less filtered from you, Dan, when it comes to you and Akon one list. Main event. Did you see that going the way it panned out?
Yeah,
Or a
yeah,
repeat,
pretty much.
repeat of the
I,
case?
I,
What are you playing?
I pretty much thought that it was gonna go that way. I thought Sam Creasy was gonna win, but I also thought that Aaron Abbey was gonna make it closer than it
Yeah.
was the last time, and he did. He's covered the gap a little bit, but I just thought Creasy was too. The way it happened the last time was too dominant for you to close the gap that much. And like Aaron Abbey's not like a knockout artist or anything like that, where you could be like, oh, he can finish the fight anytime. I didn't think he'd submit him. I thought it was going to go decision, and I thought that Sam would just edge it. So yeah, I saw it going that way. Um, yeah.
But all in all, good event, weren't it? That makes it a hat trick, 100%
Great
record.
event. Great event. It's a hat trick now. Not 100% record. I
No,
lost against
I tell you,
George.
being on this, being on the
Oh
shows.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, being on the shows. But yeah, I'm sick of it though. Get me on a fucking Czech show. Get me on a German show. Do you know what I mean? I'm sick of these. Bro, I'm fucking sitting here in shitty UK weather, like couldn't wait in UK weather and all that. Do you know what I mean? Let me get to these other shows and see what these European crowds are all about. Because I've been hearing a lot about it. Obviously, the Birmingham crowd is a bit better than Newcastle, bit more full. But we're building. We're growing slowly in the UK, but I need an Irish crowd. or I need a European crowd. That's what I'm looking for now. I'm not looking to fight in the UK again for a while. I'm looking for European continent, or I'm looking to fight in Ireland. Simple as that.
Absolutely. Drifting away from that a little bit, let's look at five. We've got a list of 5 upcoming fights. A couple of them you know very well. First one, Lerone Murphy, Edson Barbo. So let's break it down a little bit. How do you see it going?
I think Larone's going to pressure him. First round, Barbosa's going to come out throwing the kitchen sink at him like he always does. Larone's going to have to go through hell that first round probably. But I think as the fight goes on and Lerone builds momentum, he's going to end up taking over, and I think he could finish Barbosa in the 4th round or 5th round.
Yeah, well, I can't disagree with you. And we've seen Lerone weather the storm before and pull something extravagant out of the bag, haven't we?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
something a bit different. Nate Diaz and Jorge Masvidal boxing. And I know you're not that mad into your boxing, but it's 2 UFC legends, isn't it?
Poor. I don't know. I'm gonna go Nate Diaz, mate, just because I prefer Nate Diaz as a person and as a fighter. I think he has better boxing as well. Like Jorge Masvidal used more kicks when they fought in MMA, in it. So
yeah. The middleweight title fight that got announced for Eden yesterday, Kinsella and Peñas.
Was that on Eden as well?
Yeah.
Oh, fucking hell, Peñas and me on the card again. I'm definitely not getting the bonus on that card now. Yeah, I see Peñas finishing Kinsella. He's just too long. He's like me. He's just too long, too rangy. He's like me with shitter jujitsu, you know.
Yeah, I like him. I rate him actually. I like him.
Yeah, he's got hard hitting hands. He's long as fuck, mate, and yeah, I just see him punching up Kinsella, to be honest.
Another man that you know very well, K Musa, facing your countryman Dylan Took.
Yeah, it's a bit of a weird one here because I'm obviously I want Kane to win that one, just because I know him better. You know, I've trained with him. Dylan's like obviously me countryman, but I've never trained with him.
Right,
He trains out in higher level. Yeah, I can see Kane just taking him down and just outscoring him, or a big KO from Kane because Kane does have power in his hands. He's called a danger for a reason, you know.
Yeah, get himself back in that win column.
Big win as well. It's a good fight. I think the build-up's going to be good because Dylan will shit talk him and Kane can shit talk back. So
yeah, it'd be good. That's the same night as Eden, that as well. That PFL card.
Yeah.
And the big one, McGregor Chandler.
If Chandler fights the way he realistically should fight, then I could say Chandler would win. But he's going to come out. He's going to try and have a knock with Conor, and Conor is going to separate him from his consciousness with that big left hand.
Well, yeah, that's what we hope to see. But I'm just looking forward to the press conferences alone.
Oh, mate, it's going to be Belgian, mate. McGregor's just gold, didn't he? Especially since he got on the woo woo. So yeah,
madman. Right, Dench, thanks for your time tonight, mate. And
no worries, mate. No worries. Hopefully, some good fight news soon as well. Yeah.
Yep. Stay tuned, everybody. Thank you.
Go on.